Hello students. So in this video, we're going to see how to connect chatbots with database. Database wise, we are going to use MongoDB, and chatbot, we have created a chatbot in Dialogflow, right? So let's have a look how we can connect the database with our chatbot. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible, right? Okay. So we have created intents, we have created entities. We all know what is intents, what are entities, right? And we have also created knowledge base, right? Now you can see inside each and every intent, just click on the intents and just scroll down. You'll be seeing this fulfillment section, right? Okay, initially you will be there will be drop down section. Just click on that and you will be having this kind of things. Okay, this by default won't be enabled, but you have to enable that so that you can uh, like uh, collect the data from the intents. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to just enable this and this. Okay, and just save this. So we have to do this for each and every intent. Okay, you can see I have done this. Okay, for each and every intent we have to, first of all, like we have to enable this fulfillment section. Okay, both of these two. And for each and every intent, remember that for each and every intent we have to enable these things and then save that. Okay, now just go to the like integration wise, you have integrated, I guess. I hope you have integrated, right? Now let's type anything. My chatbot is basically a general knowledge based chatbot. So I'm going to write what is sun. Okay, so it is going to give me a reply, sun is a star. Okay, now you will be seeing this section, right? There is a diagnostic info, right? Click on that and you will be having this screen. And now go to this fulfillment request. We can see this is a this. What is this? This is a JSON, right? We can see there is a query text, right? This is query. What is this query text? That means the what the user is typing, what the user is asking, right? That text. I have asked what is sun. That is why it is here, query text. And we can see fulfillment text. Fulfillment means where our chatbot is giving the reply, is fulfilling the reply, right? What is that? That is sun is a star. So this is a reply and this is the questions, right? So we need to collect both of these things. That means the parameters are query text and the fulfillment text. So remember that we have to collect the both of these things, right? And one more thing, you can see there is a session, right? Session means suppose there is five students, they all are asking questions. So for five of them, five sessions will be stored, right? Okay, we don't need that. Just let's be focus here, query text and the fulfillment text. So we need these things, right? So we have to collect the questions and the answers. Okay, whatever the questions are and whatever the answers are, we have to collect that. Okay, so what are the parameters? Query text and the fulfillment text, right? And we can see there is a parameter, right? Query result. Inside that, the query text is there and the fulfillment text is there. We know what is query text. Query text is nothing but the questions that user is asking, and the fulfillment text is nothing but the chatbot's reply, right? So we have to access this query result first, then the query text and fulfillment message. So just copy this query result and let's go to the VS Code. Just open VS Code or PyCharm, anything. Okay, just open VS Code. Okay, and we have to open a folder, right? Just give me time. Folder. Inside that, we'll be creating the file, right? Okay. First, create a main.py. Okay. So I hope you are aware with the Flask framework. You have an idea, right? I'm assuming that. So first of all, let's import Flask from Flask, import Flask, then suppose render template. Okay, nothing we don't need. Flask, then suppose request, then what we need? We need like okay, request we need, and then from Flask ng rock. Okay, what I will telling you what these things are. Ng rock import run with red rock, right? Okay, okay. Now we have to create a app equal to Flask name. Okay, now we'll be doing this run with ng rock app. Okay, and each and every line I'll be explaining you. Now just create a route. Okay, now just create a app.route. Just create a app.route, right? Okay, and how we can do that? How we can do that? App.route. Okay, then give it a name here, webhook. Okay, and we'll be passing the methods equal to post comma get, right? And we'll be creating a function define webhook. Okay, now inside that, what are the parameters? You know, what are the parameters? You can see these parameters, right? The query result and query text, right? So these things are very important, right? So query text and fulfillment text. So we know these parameters, right? Okay, now what we'll be doing right here, we'll be writing, right? What is that? Is something that request equal to what? Request equal to request dot get JSON. Okay, request dot get JSON, right? And we'll be writing here force. See, you can see there is a manual for this, right? Force equal to true. Okay, right? And we have created a request, right? Now we have to check. Okay, now we have to like query like query equal to, okay, first request, then the parameter is query result, right? Then what was that parameter? This one, right? Query text. Inside the query result there is query text, right? We have to copy this and just let's go here, paste that, and now again the result equal to be request query result. Then what was that? That is fulfillment test, right? Copy that and paste here. We have to import MongoDB, right? Import by Mongo. Okay, and we have to create a config file. For why we have to create that? Because in PyMongo it needs some parameters, right? So let's create that thing, config.json. Now we're doing this around params. What are the parameters? Okay. Now let's go to the MongoDB. Okay. Now go to this connect section. Okay. Now go to this connect with your application, and we have selected Python. Just copy this code. Okay. So now inside the parameters, pass client URL, then the dictionary client URL equal to be what, this, and change your password like this. Okay, you have to change your password. Okay, so just give your password. In my case, I'm gonna give this password. I'm gonna give my password. Okay, and now what's next? What's next? Now we need a database, right? And that is DB. DB equal to, let's create something new, chatbot, like 2 DB. Okay, so I, this is clear, right? We don't need anything else, right? Okay, DB and chat. Okay, okay, fine. Now save this, and we have to import a JSON also, right? Here, import JSON. Now you have to read that JSON, like params equal to, okay, with open config.json as file, params equal to json dot load, what is the thing, file, right? File, and the parameter was param. Okay, right? Okay, now we have parameters, right? Now let's create a like client equal to pymongo dot mongo client, and we have to post the URL here. What are the URL? That is nothing but the params. You can see there is, what is the name, client URL, right? Client URL db equal to client, then params, then db, right? You can see this is db, right? Okay, now, and now what's next? Now we have query text, we have fulfillment text, right? Now we have to create a dictionary so that we can insert their data inside MongoDB, and you know MongoDB like takes JSON. Okay, now let's create a dictionary. Query, that is query, and result, that is result, right? Fine. Now we have to create a column in MongoDB, column equal to db, let's name this chat to chat data. Okay, now let's column dot insert one, and then data. Okay, and we can print something, data got inserted into db. Okay, we have to return response, return response. What is the response? The response will be what? The response will be status equal to 200. Okay, that because we can like we won't be having any issue, right? Just status equal to 200. Now let's run this. Okay, let's run this, and we need this URL, right? We need this URL, right? So and then close this one, and we have to paste the URL here. And now we can see the API is webhook, right? So we have to write webhook here, webhook, right? Now just save this. Just save this one. Okay, save this one. So now if I go to my MongoDB, let's see if any database is created or not. Name that chatbot to DB. Okay, that is not here, right? Now again go to your Dialogflow and write hey, and now go to your like now let's take this one like in MongoDB. Let's check this. Okay, we can see a database is created, right? Database is created called chatbot to DB. We can see there is a call, there is a collection also. We can check and we can see there is data. See, there is data. So we are successful, right? So we have integrated the Dialogflow with the MongoDB, right? So let's do this again. Like what is sun? So previously, what is sun is here? No, right? Let's see what is sun. Let's take this. The answer is sun is a star. Now let's refresh this again. Let's refresh this again, and we can see we have this. What is sun, right? So we are successful. So let me take you like go through you. Okay, let me take you through the whole steps once. So inside the intents, for each and every intent, we have to enable these fulfillment sections. Okay, both of these sections for each and every intent, no matter how many intents you have. So we have to create like intents, and then we have to enable this fulfillment section. Okay, now we have to like go to this diagnostic info, and how we can have that. Just write anything, hi or hello, then we have the response, and after the response we'll be getting this diagnostic info. Then go to the fulfillment request, and then we have parameters. So we need this one, and inside this ones, right? These and these ones. Okay, so we have to remember this. We have to like take care of these three things. Okay, now we have to go to the VS Code, and we have to create a Python file. Okay, we have to like import response, like Flask says Flask ngrok. Ngrok is what? Ngrok is something that we use to deploy our code in cloud. Okay, and that's very easy. Just one line of code. We have to import PyMongo. That's for MongoDB connection. We have to insert JSON. What is JSON? JSON is for something that we have to read the parameters of for like PyMongo, right? We can do here also, but that's a like good way. Okay, we have to create an app. We have to then create an ngrok object so that our app will be running here. We have to create a client, MongoDB client, and then the DB. DB means the like MongoDB database. Then we have to create an app.route for Flask, and we have to give the URL like API URL as webhook. The methods will be post and get both. Then define a function, and then we'll be like fetching all the data as JSON. Okay, request.json by this method. Okay, and we'll be having this query equal to this query once, right? You know this one. This is the mother parameter, the query result. Okay, and these are the like query text and fulfillment text are the like parameters inside that query result. So we have to pass query result. Inside that we'll be accessing query text and fulfillment text, right? That is query and result. Now we have to create data. we can create a data like query equal to query and result equal to result. And that's a dictionary because MongoDB takes dictionary by default. Okay. Now, what is collection? We are creating a collection in MongoDB database. Okay. Now we are inserting the data. We are inserting this data with the query and result data, and we are returning a response equal to status equals 2000. What is status equal 2000? That means your application is fine enough to run the code. Okay. And now the thing we do in Flask, we are running the code, and then after running the code, you'll be having a URL. Okay. You have to having the URL. You have to copy the HTTPS one, not the HTTP. For some time, like for some while, the HTTPS will be erased, and you have to copy that in that time. Okay. And after that, we have to go to again Dialogflow, and for Dialogflow, we have this fulfillment section, right? And then we have to enable this thing. By default, it won't be enabled. We have to enable this, and then we have to paste the URL here. And after pasting the URL, we have to give webhook because the API needs to be accessed. We have to use the API. That API name we have given here. Okay. Okay. Then just save this, and you are good to go. Now just like whenever the user will be like hitting the chatbot, the query and result will be getting fetched to your MongoDB. Okay, I hope this is clear. So that's all for the video. So thank you so much and happy learning. Keep learning.